welcome to No Learn Code. So this is a video in knowledge engineering playlist where I'll explain about knowledge engineering via short and handy notes for your examinations. So let's start. So first let's see about knowledge. Okay, so before that, before knowing what is knowledge, we need to first know about data and information. Okay, so let's see what is data. So data is uninterpreted raw signal. Okay, something which is raw, which is uninterpreted, which is meaningless, is known as data. Now information is when this data has some context or meaning, then it is called information. So the same data with context and meaning is known as information. Okay, so now let's see what is knowledge. So once we know what is information, we can know what is knowledge. Okay, so knowledge is nothing but a condensed or a structured presentation of this information. It is a condensed or structured presentation of this information. Okay, so one important thing is it has the potential to generate action. Now what does this mean? This means, let's take an example. If there is an emergency alert, then we know that we need to start the rescue operation, right? So that means having the knowledge of emergency alert leads to the operation of start rescuing. Okay, that means I have the knowledge about something, and I also know that if I have this knowledge, then I can perform this particular task or this particular action, right? So this is very important, that once we have knowledge, we have the potential to generate action. Right. So this was about data, information, and knowledge. Now let's see about knowledge base system. So knowledge base system, it is an intelligent problem solver. So this word is very important, intelligent. It has intelligence. It is an intelligent problem solver. Let's take an example. Suppose I want to generate a knowledge based system for prediction of a particular disease. Let's say if a particular patient enters the information like about the signs, symptoms, okay, then the knowledge based system is going to predict whether the person has a particular disease or not, right? So in this case, the knowledge based system will be representing the knowledge and also reason the knowledge. That means, let's say in this case, in this particular case, the domain you understand, right? Domain is any category, like we have medical category, or we have food category, or we have banking category. So the knowledge based system has domain knowledge. That means if we are concerning with medical domain, then the knowledge based system has the information about different diseases, their cure, their treatment, their symptoms, their signs, right? So it is an intelligent problem solver that represents and reasons about the domain knowledge. In this case, the domain is medical domain. So the knowledge based system has the ability to reason also. That means, let's say if the knowledge based system tells me that okay, the person has this particular disease, then the knowledge based system can also reason that why this particular disease is present, right? So like, because these symptoms were there in the patient, that's why this particular disease is present, right? So these two words are very important. It can not only store or represent the information, but also reason and explain about that particular, about a question or a query you put in, right? So a knowledge based system is an intelligent problem solver that represents and reasons about the domain knowledge. The domain can be any of the domains as I mentioned. Okay, so this word intelligent is very important here. It is intelligent, it can reason, and it can solve a particular a particular problem which is there in a particular domain. So it is basically to solve a problem in any of these domains. Now, knowledge engineering. So KE is the abbreviation for knowledge engineering. So knowledge engineering is a process of designing and developing a knowledge based system. Knowledge based system is abbreviated as KBS. So the process of designing and developing a knowledge based system is nothing but knowledge engineering. Okay, now who does this development of KBS and everything? So there is a specialized system analyst who does this, which is known as a knowledge engineer. So a knowledge engineer is a specialized system analyst who does this process of knowledge engineering. Okay, so these were the terms: knowledge, knowledge based system, knowledge engineering, and knowledge engineer. Now, the knowledge in a knowledge based system is categorized in three of these categories. The first one is domain knowledge, second is inference knowledge, and third is task knowledge. So for this as well, let me take an example. So let's say there is a medical domain. As I took the example earlier, there is a medical domain and we are going to predict about a particular disease. Okay, so the domain knowledge is knowing the facts and rules of that particular disease, the relationship between different things, right? So domain knowledge is the knowledge of the problem in hand. Which problem are you solving? Do you have enough knowledge about that? Do you have enough facts and rules about that, right? So basically the knowledge of domain, okay, the problem in hand is domain knowledge. Okay, so for this example, medical domain, the domain knowledge will be the symptoms and diseases. Having the knowledge about what are the symptoms, what are the diseases, and the facts and rules and relationships between them. So this comes in the category of domain knowledge. Now the second type is inference knowledge. So in inference knowledge, what is there is you are not just having the knowledge about the facts and rules, but you are also able to reason that. So this word is very important, reasoning. So you are able to reason things, right? So that means you are able to verify that if this particular thing is there, then it is because of this particular reason. Then we have the task knowledge. Okay, so here in task knowledge, we need to know about what is our ultimate goal. Like in this case, our ultimate goal was to do the diagnosis of that particular disease. Okay. So let's say if the knowledge based system does not have enough information, so the knowledge based system can also suggest some other clinical test, right? So the end goal must be very clear. Like either we are diagnosing the disease, or if there is not enough information available, then we are also handing it over to performing more clinical tests, right? So we need to be clear with the end goal. Okay, so task knowledge has the end goals, basically the goals of the knowledge based system. Okay, and if the diagnosis is not being done, then we are decomposing it and we are telling that now we need to perform these clinical tests in order to solve that particular problem, or in order to know that if particular disease is present or not, right? So this was about the types of knowledge and knowledge based system. So we also understood with the help of an example that what are these three different types of knowledge. Okay, so in this video we have seen about some of the terms like knowledge, then data information, then knowledge based system, then knowledge engineer, knowledge engineering, and the types of knowledge in knowledge based system. So if you found this video helpful, like and subscribe to this channel, and do let me know in the comment section if you have any suggestions. Thank you.